Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. It's really exciting to have such energy in this room. We couldn't be more pleased to have you here. I started my role at the GEDP a little over a year ago. I moved here from a small town called Wharton, Texas. And I want to talk to you today about what's going on in our regional economy. Because if Houston catches a cold, Galveston's going to be sneezing. So in looking at this is the Houston the Houston Purchasing Managers Index. And if it's at 45, that's the break-even level. So here, we're well above break-even, meaning that purchasing managers have optimism in the economy. They think that the economy is going to be generating wealth and not be in a recession for the upcoming quarters. So if you look at this, you can see that manufacturing did contract in the last month, but that was because it had a 10-point rise in June. So we're in a really good state with our Purchasing Managers Index. In looking at the Houston airport traffic is up to past pre-pandemic levels, and that's exciting to see a return to those levels of travel through Houston. We'll see what the government shutdown does to these numbers. In looking at metro construction, I would not have guessed that the majority of construction is taking place in the non-residential, non-commercial sectors. So things like road building and major construction projects are dominating the regional economy. In looking at where things are being built, Harris County is still eating our lunch. I'd love to see Galveston move up in the ratings. The problem is we do not have the available land that Brazoria, Fort Bend, and Montgomery counties have. Those places are growing. Houses are showing up like mushrooms on a toadstool after a rain. We're really seeing a lot of growth in the Houston metro region. In looking at single-family home inventories, they're up across the region. This is not just a Galveston problem. And you see the parallels in price rise. There's a huge spike in the value of our housing after COVID. And also, the interest rates have increased significantly after COVID. Studying economics, you never look at, causation versus correlation. So these curves look surprisingly similar to me. And I really want to see what the convergence between those 2 points is. Looking at US crude production, it has been up, but is anticipated to dip slightly because of dropping crude prices. So fewer wells are being added, and we're not seeing more of an increase in that activity. So we do anticipate, or the Energy Information Agency does anticipate, that we will see a small dip in crude prices, which should be offset by the uptick in natural gas prices. We are seeing more and more LNG being exported, and hopefully Galveston will capture some of that with some LNG bunkers coming soon. In looking at unemployment rates, across the state, across the nation, and across the region, we are below 5%. So we're steady between 4 and 5%. And that represents full employment. And that's where we would like to keep our unemployment numbers is below 5%, hovering around 4%. So if you're looking for a job, you can probably find one. I want to talk about some things that are going on with the GEDP. This logo takes me back to 1999. And a few of you will notice that we've updated our branding and marketing. This is going to be an ongoing push with the GEDP. Our website is our most valuable intellectual property, and it's our front door to our city. So we are going to be revising our website and our branding and coming out with a newsletter. Our job at the GEDP is to do marketing and attraction to Galveston. We go out and we talk to companies, and we explain the locational benefits of locating in Galveston and why this is the best place to be. Some of the major prospects we've mentioned Davie. Davie Defense. The impact of this investment can't be understated. Can't be understated. I don't know how many of you were watching GTV, the Galveston public access TV network that films city council meetings, but our city council had a historic Thursday last Thursday. They voted in over $1 billion of direct investment between Davie Defense and Saks on the seawall. That's not the total cumulative economic impact. That is the total initial investment. And when you look at the indirect benefits and induced benefits of these projects, It's massive, especially for Davie. For every one job that is producing something, a primary job that you have 4 to 6 indirect jobs, people working at the grocery store, people working at the library, who service those individuals. That's why we're so focused at the GEDP in growing our industrial base and growing primary jobs here in Galveston. Now, I want to congratulate Gulf Copper and Galveston College for the amazing partnership that they have formed to do workforce development. Gulf Copper and Galveston College have already inscribed their first set of shipbuilding apprentices over at Galveston College. It's a 21-month, thank you, please, that deserves an applause. You can go to GISD, you can dual credit enroll with Galveston College, graduate with your welding certificate, and go straight to work for Gulf Copper. And you'll be earning $75,000 a year plus. And this is wages that can support a family and support the middle class here in Galveston. So these are the jobs that we're tasked with bringing to Galveston. In addition to the investment and the jobs, investment tracks other investment. We have shipbuilders looking on the Texas Gulf Coast now because Davie went ahead and made the investment. So we would like to see not just one American icebreaker factory, but we would like to become a hub for shipbuilding for the United States and the globe. Now, Roger can talk all day about the port. I could probably talk all day about Saks on the Seawall using my urban planning education on what a great project it is. But I'm going to let you go hear about Saks on the Seawall in our beachfront development breakout session. What's so great about this project, partially in my mind, is the inclusion of workforce and J1 housing to service the hotel and condo blocks that are going to be created in this project, and the restaurants and the retail. So we can have J1 visa holders staying in the apartments and be able to walk a quarter mile to their job without ever having to get on public transportation. This is a true mixed-use, mixed-income destination for Galveston. And this is the kind of development we need to see in Galveston along the seawall. We had some growth with our Galveston Center for Innovation and Transformation. We released our first economic impact analysis on the economic benefits of Saks on the Seawall. And we're going to continue doing more economic development research with the Galveston Center for Innovation and Transformation. And we need your support to grow that. We are going to be working on workforce development and economic research. And we have a little card on your table. We hope that you will donate to the future of Galveston by donating to the GCIT. We absolutely need your support moving forward. We cannot do this alone. For your dollar, we leverage other dollars, and we make sure our spend can do the things we need to do here in Galveston in terms of marketing and attraction, business retention and expansion, and workforce development. We want to work with the Chamber, Galveston College, GISD, to make sure Saks on the Seawall has all the employees they need, and to make sure that Davie Defense has all the employees they need, and to make sure that we're growing the middle class here in Galveston, we're growing our population, and we're growing our economy. I can't thank you all enough for being here today. I really, truly appreciate it. I've received such a warm Galveston welcome moving to your community from Little Wharton, Texas. Now, I've got to admit, no one delivered me hen-fresh eggs and fresh milk from their cow, but I've had a warm welcome nonetheless, and I really thank you all for being here today. And with that, we're ready for the breakout sessions. Thank you so much.